Two sedans. One's famous for running past 200,000 miles. That's like circling the Earth 8 times. The other racks up nearly double the repair bills. So when it comes to Toyota versus Ford, who's really giving you the most reliable ride? Stick around, because the answer might just save you thousands, or a few breakdown-induced therapy sessions. Reliability isn't just a buzzword. It's your bank account crying, or not crying. In the US, drivers drop about $1,200 every year on car repairs and maintenance. That's basically a brand new iPhone, gone, just to keep your car alive. So here's the real question. Who spares you the repair nightmares, Toyota or Ford? Let's start with Toyota, the brand everyone's uncle swears by. And honestly, he's not wrong. Consumer Reports ranks Toyota third overall in reliability. RepairPal gives it a 4.0 out of 5.0, solidly in the top 10. The numbers back it up. Toyota sedans average just $441 a year in repairs. That's less than your annual coffee habit if you grab a latte every day. The Avalon and Camry regularly sail past 200,000 miles. In fact, the Avalon stretches to 245,000 miles in many cases. That's enough distance to drive from New York to LA and back about 35 times, without the car begging for a new transmission. And the Corolla? The little overachiever. It's rated the #1 most reliable compact car. With repair costs as low as $362 a year, it's basically the honor student of sedans. Cheap, hard-working, and impossible to kill. Now Ford. Here's where things get complicated. For years, Ford's reliability record looked like a bad dating history. Lots of recalls, expensive surprises, and a tendency to ghost you when you needed it most. RepairPal scores Ford at 3.5 out of 5.0, while Consumer Reports puts it at 21st out of 32 brands. Not great. Ford sedans average $775 a year in repairs. That's basically the cost of a week-long vacation every year. But instead of sipping margaritas, you're paying for a new water pump. To be fair, some newer Fusions from 2019 to 2020 scored great with owners. But older models, especially 2013 to 2015, were plagued with recalls. Owning one was like playing reliability roulette and losing most of the time. But hey, credit where it's due. In J.D. Power's 2025 dependability study, Ford jumped 10 spots to 13th place. That's like the kid who always failed math suddenly passing with a B. Impressive, but not exactly valedictorian. So, how do they stack up? Reliability rankings. Toyota? Top 3. Ford? More like mid-tier purgatory. Annual repair costs. Toyota at $441. Ford closer to $775. That's a Netflix subscription versus a Netflix subscription plus therapy. Longevity. Toyota sedans, marathon runners, 200,000 miles plus. Ford sedans, sprinters. Fun at first, but they'll need more pit stops. Resale value. After 5 years, Toyotas hold over 64% of their value. A Ford Fusion drops nearly 47%. Translation: selling your used Toyota feels like free money. Selling your Ford feels like donating. Safety and tech. Both bring driver aids, but Toyota plays it safe, testing features until they're bulletproof. Ford sometimes releases tech that feels like it's still in beta mode. I'll give you a quick real-life story. A friend had a 2012 Ford Fusion. Within 5 years, It was in the shop so often we joked about reserving him a parking spot at the mechanics. Meanwhile, another buddy's 2012 Camry, still running strong at 180,000 miles. At that distance, you could drive from New York to London across the ocean 3 times over, and the Camry would just yawn and ask for an oil change. That's the Toyota effect. So who wins the sedan reliability showdown? Toyota, hands down. By almost every metric, repair costs, resale, safety, longevity, Toyota sedans crush it. Now, Ford deserves credit for improving. If you're buying a newer Fusion, you'll get something way better than the models of a decade ago. But if you want the lowest stress, the longest lifespan, and the best bang for your buck, Toyota's still the gold standard. What do you think? Would you pay extra upfront for Toyota's bulletproof reliability or gamble on Ford's recent improvements? Drop your answer in the comments. I'll be reading them. And if you enjoyed this showdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more car breakdowns, and check out our next video. How to read a used car history report, Carfax and HPI. Because even the most reliable car can have a dark past, and knowing how to spot it could save you from a disaster on wheels.